This one comes from Cybersecurity News, and the title here is Amazon catches North Korean IT worker by tracking tiny 110 millisecond keystroke delays. Amazon doing some kind of telemetry analysis on their employees to be able to detect this. But what they found in this instance was that somebody who purported to be in the US with an expected latency of less than 50 milliseconds, had 110 millisecond latency, was enough to tip them off that that person was, in fact, not in the US and was actually in North Korea.
I'm going to correct you, sir,
All right.
because you're wrong. And you're going to sit there in your wrongness and you're going to get used to it.
Sure.
So I was curious about that because this didn't make any sense to me. The 110 millisecond being an indicator of coming from overseas is crap. I don't agree. That doesn't make sense. That's not how networking works. That's not how physics works. They are wrong. And so I dug into it. And it's not Amazon's fault. I think the media got this wrong. And I started really trying to read into how in the world this is going. Because what if I just have a bad ISP? What if I'm coming off of like whatever? That's not indicative. And also what's really happening here, according to some other blogs I read. So I went and read a Remio blog that I can share with you. It's not that the lag was an indicator. It was the consistency of the lag that was indicative of a remote access tool being used. So quoting from Remio's blog first, and we can post the link to this in the show notes if you want, but the 110 millisecond lag discovered by Amazon wasn't a fluke. It's a byproduct of the tools used to route traffic. When a worker in China or North Korea connects to a laptop sitting in Arizona living room, the signal passes through multiple tunnels. The tell was human typing has a variable rhythm, bursts. Remote desktop protocols, or KVMs, over IP setups often buffer the inputs, creating a uniform delay. So a little bit later in the article, Evan Schmidt, Amazon's chief security officer, described how his team first spotted the threat. The actor appeared to be a standard remote employee based in the United States. However, the security telemetry of the laptop showed a persistent gap between the key presses and the system registration. This wasn't just lag. It was a uniform 110 millisecond input lag anomaly. A normal internet connection fluctuates. A script or high-end remote management tool trying to synchronize a video feed with a keystroke often creates a flattened, predictable latency curve to prevent jitter. This artificial smoothness flagged the user.